Hey guys, Guy here from the Mental Metal channel and mentalmetalDetecting.com, and today in my hands, my dog just took off running up in the woods. I'll be back in a second. Yeah, there he is, the culprit. Stop running away like that. All right, where were we? Yes. Anyway, today we're talking about the XP Deus 2, but more importantly, this is for all you folks out there who just have an awful time with the remote falling off of the stem of the shaft of the detector. In my hands is a solution that you're gonna love. I fully endorse this solution. Not only did I buy one of these, the folks who are making these actually sent me one also. So for all my Patreon members, you might have a chance to win the extra one that I have. So stay tuned on that. But I want to go through this case. This is the XP Deus case and mount for the shaft that will not fall off. You will never have to worry about it again. A couple other people out here have these already. I've seen, I think Calabash has one. I forget somebody else has one. But my buddy Alan, who is, I will say, the #2 fanboy of the channel. #1 is Teddy from Ohio. Teddy, I'm just giving you a shout out. But my friend Alan is my #2 fanboy, and he worries about everything. And his remote, he was worried about it falling off. And so he researched it, did a lot of digging. I think he actually saw one of Calabash's videos or something, and he saw this case. He says, I'm buying it. He bought it and he loved it. He told me about it. He goes, you got to get one of these. So I also have the concern because I'm doing a lot of water hunting this year. Well, not really, but I'm about to. And I just had to worry about the case or the remote falling off. So I had to tether it, and I lost my tether, and it was just a whole nightmare scenario. So I finally went out and saw this, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a shot. Bought one, and Alan really loves it. Not only is it secure and solid, they tilted it towards you, so it's really easy to see the screen now. It's just a fantastic solution for you guys out there who are having trouble with losing your remotes. I don't understand why XP didn't change that design after the original Deus. Everybody had issues, not everybody. Some people had issues with it also for the original Deus, and they didn't change the design. And so the remote itself is a little heavier than the original one. So naturally, it's probably going to be problematic. So hopefully, in the next version of the Deus, that they fix this mount and do something a little bit more secure. So anyway, let's go and take a look at the case. I have already used it in the water and stuff, so I'll show you some video footage of that. Let's just go take a look at it, and I'm going to tell you what they've improved since I got this one. And I'm also going to share with you where you can get it. I'm holding this video back until the first week of August because the people that are making these are on vacation, and they told me to hold back until they had a chance to make some of these. And they have a new color out. You can now get them in a lime green and a black color. So, but there are some new enhancements they made, and I'll go over those here in a minute. So let's go take a look at the case itself and why I really like it a lot, and so does a lot of the people that got them. So, all right. Give me a second, and I'll meet you in my garage. Okay, guys, I'm in my office here, in my garage, actually, and thought we'd just unwrap this. This case comes from rcdigs.com. I'm going to show you what it looks like on the machine, but I'm going to show you what it looks like without the machine. Now, I have not looked at this one yet. I just took this out of the box, or out of the paper. I know what it's going to look like. But basically, this is what it looks like. It's a little big. It's a little bigger than you're used to with the normal remote. It has 2 screws on the sides that you unscrew both of them. They come out. So this whole piece comes right off. It's really cool. And then you slip your remote inside of the case just like that. Now on the back, you have the mount. Now the mount itself it's 3D printed, but it's 3D printed in a way that's actually really good. It's really strong. There's the website rcdigs.com. Now it is actually a link to eBay, so they sell these on eBay. So if you go to rcdigs.com, it will take you to eBay, and you'll be able to purchase one of these cases over there. Now they will not be available. I did recommend. They aren't going to be available until after the 28th of July, but by the time you see this, they should be available. I did make some recommendations to them on the case. For one, if I'm submersing this thing in water, if you look down in there, there's nothing for that water to do but lay in there. And I was a little worried about that. Now, if you tilt your Deus up and back or whatever, it should run out. But I would recommend having them drill a hole in it. And the person actually emailed me and told me that's exactly what they're going to do in the newer cases. I think there's like 10 of them still left if they haven't sold them by now. But the new cases will have a hole drilled in the bottom, and they're actually going to make this a little bit less snug. I mean, your remote goes in here, and it's pretty snug. It was not coming out unless you force it out. So I think they're going to make these a little bit less tight. So they said they made some adjustments to the print itself. So that should be cleared up as well. Now, the cool thing is I have it mounted on my Deus. The one thing I really want you to see here, and I'll put the remote in here so you can see what it looks like. But look how it's angled towards you. So when you're holding your detector, it's always facing you. So it's really, really nice. So let me go get the remote, and I'll show you what that looks like in there. All right, I got the remote. Here's my remote, and what you do is you push it in here just like this, and mine actually goes in pretty good now. After a little bit of time, it does get a little bit, I guess looser, if you want, or more loose, whatever that word is. And then you just take and screw these back on. So it's real nice and snug. There's another screw. There it is. They line up really good. You don't have to worry about them being off center or anything. It goes together really nice, and I love it. Now, for mounting it, though, on your shaft, you notice it doesn't have anything like your original mount. So what has to happen is, let me see if I can find my WS6, and I'll show you what you got to do. Hold on a second. All right, so I got the other mount that I had not taken off the original mount point for the remote. So what you're going to have to do to get this case on the shaft itself is you're going to have to get a small Phillips screwdriver and pop out these 2 screws on each side. All right, and then this piece pops right off, so it just comes right out. But don't get rid of it. Save it, put it to the side. Don't throw it away, because you never know, you may need it again. Because once you put this on, you put this in here. Once this comes out and you put the new case in, that is going to be permanent. You're going to use the existing holes in the side that already have the holes and the screws in there. You can reuse the original screws. I don't recommend it. I recommend getting a screw a little bit bigger, like a self-tapping screw, and pre-drill a hole before put this in and then pre-drill a hole before you try to screw the screw in, because you just want to make sure you got it right. Like, I screwed up a little bit on mine on this one. I didn't get the screw completely set the way I wanted to. I'll show you my error, so don't do this to yourself. Like on that screw, I did okay. I got it in just the way I wanted it. But on the other side, I didn't get it in quite all the way. It's a little bit at an angle, and so it's not in there flush like I want it to be. But it's still not coming out. I'm not worried about it. So just keep that in mind. You're going to have to pre-drill hole, small little hole. That way you get your screw in there. If you got a self-tapping screw, it'll be nice. It'll be in there, and you won't have to worry about it. It'll be in there permanently, and it'll be good. Now, the cool thing I didn't mention about this case is, you see it right there, but on the case itself, it's got a little channel for the external antenna that you need to use when you're submerging the machine underwater. That thing fits up in there so nice. And the cool thing is, it doesn't come out either. So it's not in there like it's not attached to anything. It's just up in there. I can literally pull this out just like that and then push it back up in. And that's all you need to make sure that the remote is working. It doesn't have to be clamped on top. It doesn't have to be, like the original clamp that you have with a Deus that clamps the remote. It's a pain in the butt. It never works right. It always comes off. If you're wondering what that clamp is, I'll show you. I have it over here somewhere. Yes, this little thing. Oh, it drives me nuts. This thing, I could never get it right. It just, I don't know. It's a pain in the butt. This case, you no longer have to worry about that. It goes right up in this shaft right up here. It rests up in there. Your remote picks up the signal. It's perfect. So what else to share with you? Showed you how to mount it. Showed you the tilt. Showed you where to get it. rcdigs.com. rcdigs.com. Yeah, I mean, I can't say enough about this case. It is a little heavier than what you're used to with your RC. It's going to make your machine a little heavier. You just, if you want to feel good about it, you want to feel safe about it, this is a solution. The one thing I wish they would do and maybe personalize it is put your own logo up here. So maybe we'll have some Mental Metal stickers that we can stick up in here, or maybe the Mental Metal logo would look really good there. What do you think? Or maybe MM314. That would look good too. And you even got something on the back. You can put another logo on there. So maybe they'll start personalizing them. So maybe you can recommend or ask them to etch in your name or something too. It'd be kind of cool. Or I'm curious on what the lime green ones look like. They'd be kind of fun to have in the water. I really do like the black personally, but I think having the neon green, lime green one would be pretty cool to be in the water too. So they have two colors now. I saw it on their eBay link. They have two colors, black or lime green. So give them a look. Tell them you saw it here on the Mental Metal channel, and maybe they'll hook you up somehow. I don't know. I'm not saying they're going to give you a discount or anything, because there's no discounts that I paid for mine. They sent me one to try out, but I paid for mine. But like I said, if you're a Patreon member, if you want to be a Patreon member, get over there now and become a member, and you might have a chance to get one of these from me for free. Okay? Well, guys, that's all I got to show you. This case is amazing. I hope you get one. Go out there and place your orders. They're a little pricey, but I think they're well worth it. The price is worth the security of not ever feeling like your machine is going to lose its remote. As far as that goes, I'm done with the video. Rocky's laying down sleeping, and so we'll just end it on a good note. I can hear Daisy in there barking. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in another Mental Metal video.